What is up, YouTube? We are just getting started with a little Amazon FBA Q&A. We got the TikTok right here with the questions. Happy New Year, everybody, even though it's not really New Year, but by the time you watch the replay of this, it will be. TikTok, feel free to go check out the YT. I'm also live there. We are building it up just in case TikTok goes away. To recommend Amazon FBA in 2025. If you have the intent of wanting to sell products online, then yes, I do recommend Amazon. I have a video in my drafts. I think we talked about this on a recent live, but I have a video in my drafts talking about why the Kardashians sell products on Amazon. People are like, oh, Amazon, their fees, just build your own platform, this, that, and whatever. Meanwhile, the Kardashians, they have a national TV show. They have hundreds of millions of followers across all of them, and their businesses are on Amazon. And the reason behind that is because it is the largest e-commerce platform. I just realized the mic for YT was not next to me. So YT mic should be good now. But it is the largest e-commerce platform in the world. So why would you not utilize the traffic that Amazon has been building for 20 plus years? Happy New Year, brother. What up, Albie? Happy New Year to everybody. Everybody make it a good one. Although New Year, New Me is very whack. If you decide this is what I want to do, if it's December, November, whenever it is, you should just go do it. It's good to have year-long goals. That's more so for the time frame. Like, okay, this year I want to accomplish X, Y, Z. But New Year's resolutions, like, I'm going to go to the gym more. If you thought that you wanted to go to the gym more in December, then you're probably not going to if you didn't get started right when you had the thought. Can I start with $400? Not the business model that I do. Also, y'all, I am live on YT YouTube. So make sure you guys go check it out. Just in case TikTok goes away, I want to be subscribed there because the lives will not go away. Real question is, what car do you drive? That's another video that I just made in my drafts, brother. My information isn't based on the car that I drive. And any of you who validate somebody's information based on the car that you drive, something tells me that you have a messed up perception of the world. Do I have to start brand registry with the new product that you picked? No, you don't have to. I recommend it. Hey, brother, I'm still having listing issues with my product. Do you have any suggestions? You're going to have to message me and remind me. Off the top of my head, I don't remember the issue. I have some distributors, but their wholesale prices almost similar to Amazon prices. Any tips? Do private label. It's the best business model on Amazon. How long did it take you to get the hang of it? Very quickly. I mean, I had mentors, so I was figuring it out with them, helping me, or they were helping guide me. It was pretty straightforward, but it was a long journey. It's been 6 years in the making up to this point, and we are still going. What you selling on Amazon? All types of products, home and kitchen, office products, health and household. I think that my mentorship program is the Harvard of Amazon private label education. You can't beat it in terms of value, price, and everything that you get in the program. So if you're ever thinking of a private label program, I would join the Harvard of private label education, the AMZ Masterclass. How do you find a winning product? I use Helium 10's black box tool. New Year's resolution, set up an Amazon business. That's a good goal to have for sure. Wish I could partner up with someone. I made a video about this back in the day as well. You don't need to partner with anybody. When I was young, when I was like high school, I always felt like if I had this grand business idea, I always felt like I needed somebody else to come in and help me with it. Oh, somebody else is going to make it easier for me. I feel like I don't have the quality. And I'm speaking from my experience, what I felt. I don't feel like I have the business savvy or the capability to go start this business on my own. So I need somebody to do it. Oh, I don't have somebody to do it. That's my excuse to not go start. It wasn't until I broke out of that mindset when I was about 18, 19 years old and realized nobody's coming to save me. Partner, no partner, nobody's going to care about my success as much as I care about my success. And so I had to break free of that mentality and just go start the dang thing. Unless unless you have like that ride or die who, you guys have been in it from the start and you guys partnered on other things and this and that. But if you don't have somebody like that, or like a brother or whatever, just start. Nobody's going to come save you. Don't rely on somebody else to start. And the fact that you don't have somebody to partner up with is not an excuse to not start. How much would you start with? At least 3K minimum. I don't know the error codes by heart, preacher. What's the error for? What are your guilty pleasures? I see you travel a lot. Is that one? Yes, travel. And man, I mean, I'm not going to go on to the rant that I've been having, or like the rant for the feelings that I've been having about like what spend my money on and just like the perception of the internet. I'll make a long form YouTube video about that eventually. Because we'll just focus on Amazon questions today. But yeah, the things that I spend my money on are traveling and just the people around me. There's this misconception that, oh, you don't have the cars, you don't splurge on all these fancy things, so you're not at certain levels. No. Don't get it twisted. It's that I just don't value those things. I'll tell a story that I made. I made a video about this on TikTok, and it's in my drafts. It was Christmas just a few days ago. And there was somebody that I know whose net worth is no more than $200. I know that because they said that their net worth was no more than $200. And there's 4 people in the room and they hand each person $20. So they give away nearly half of their net worth. Now you have all these people, and you have all these people, including myself. Oh, you make this much money. And I'm sure I do more. I don't even want to say this. I do my part to give back, right? But I don't give away 50% of my net worth. I don't give away 40% of my net worth. And, some people would argue, well, yeah, you're successful because you don't just go and give away your money. I know 2 people, 2 brothers. One brother, very successful, has a mansion in one of the most richest neighborhoods in Orange County. All the accolades, all the accomplishments. And then he has his other brother, lived below his not below his means, lived below most people's means his whole life, was the kindest souled man ever, and would give his last dollar to somebody that needed it. Do you know which one of the 2 brothers everybody talks about? Not the brother. Nobody talks about, oh, look how much money this guy has, this. Everybody talks about, oh, look at this guy's heart. Because of the stories. It wasn't just him saying, oh, I'm a good person. They saw it play out in his life. And so you come and realize like, oh, somebody who has far less than me is willing to give away 50+% of their net worth. Meanwhile, in today's generation, because of social media, if you like this stuff, then cool. I'm not trying to project my opinions or my thoughts onto anybody else. These are just my thoughts. But we come to believe like, oh, success is having a Lamborghini. Success is having the next new car. I have to have the 50,000-inch TV screen, yada, 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 yada. When you go, guess what? All that stuff goes with you. Oh, but I'm going to leave it to my kids. Well, guess what? When they go, all that stuff goes with them. I'm going to create generational wealth. Well, less than 0.1% of the world will ever go on to create generational wealth. Even people that who have $100 million likely aren't creating generational wealth. So then what are we creating all this money for? If not to help the world, if not to impact the world, if not to do all these things. So yes, I know that was a long rant. My guilty pleasure is travel, but it's also just like I don't need the money. I don't give away 50+%, but stay tuned for 2025. But I don't need the things. I don't need all these things because you know what I mean? Oh, what car do you drive? Well, I can go spend $2, $3, $4,000 a month on a car, but what would that money do for somebody else? Oh, Luke, but you can do both. You're right, but then that's 2,000, 2,000. That's 4,000. What can I do with 4,000 to go help the community, my family, the world? I have had some some epiphanies lately, and you guys will see that play out in 2025. But yeah, the car someone drives, the watch somebody has. What does that do? My watch. I mean, I have a pretty expensive watch, but my watch tells the time. I don't got a Lamborghini. My car gets me to point A to B. I still have all the connections with successful and wealthy and some powerful people because of the success that I've created for myself. So it's okay, marketing tool. I don't need it. I've done good marketing myself without it. Oh, but it's a flex. Who do I need to flex on? I'm not here in the world to impress anybody else. So yeah, stay tuned for 2025, but I'm going to be doing some cool things and it's going to have nothing to do with going and buying a car and this and that, but you're going to see the impact that I have in doing my part to, God willing, change the world. That's the mindset that I've been having during this holiday season. No issue with funding. Bro, save up. I was broke when I first started my Amazon business. I started working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. I stopped going out. I stopped hanging out with friends. I was on that peanut butter and jelly diet. I didn't spend any money on video games or this or that or anything. And I just saved. It took me a while to do, but I got there. What tools are you using for product research? Helium 10. Do you partner with others? No, not people that I don't know. And even people that I know, not really. Just starting FBA, there's so much information online, it can be confusing. This is true. And also, not all information online is created equal. One person can tell you to do one thing one way, another person another way, and one of those people can be incorrect. How do you find winning products? Helium 10's black box tool. I have some videos on YT, YouTube, on how to do this. Sorry, I just got here. Can you talk about the class and what it includes? What up, Joey? Thank you for the follow, bro. Are you referring to the training or the mentorship? The mentorship is a full step-by-step guide on my exact processes on how to sell on Amazon, direct access to me, and a lot of extra tools that I've built. And then we have the free webinar on January 2nd as well. I mean, I have capital and someone may not, and we could do it together. No, bro, I don't think that's a reason to get a partner. Is it a good strategy to launch private label at the start of Q4, get sales, get rank, and enjoy organic sales? I mean, no, you just start private label when you're ready to start. Don't make it a strategy to start it at Q4 or whatever. Just go through the process and get started. Do you recommend going to China to get good manufacturing suppliers? I've never been to China and I get great prices on with suppliers. My friend started private label 5 years ago with 5K. Is that still possible? Yes. Go watch one of my more recent videos. Tito just placed an order for a brand new product, 200 units. The cost of goods was $1,900. Do you think having a mentor will cut the time in half? It did for me. I probably would have made so many more mistakes. My first product probably wouldn't have been successful. I probably would have lost thousands of dollars had I not had a mentor. I'm changing my life through Amazon FBA in 2025. Godspeed, brother. Godspeed. Pray it into existence, but also you got to put in the work to make it a reality. Yo, evening, bro. What up, Kevin? Good to see you. Also, y'all, I am live on YT YouTube. Better audio quality, better camera quality. So if y'all want to go hang out in there, bro, sales go down in January or not? Should I worry? New seller? Nothing to be worried about. It's all part of the plan. If sales are down for you, sales are down for everybody else, or most everybody else. It's usually a more downtrend time for most products, not every product. MQ, thank you for the follow. What's good? What up, Jack? Good to see you, bro. Deke, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. How to optimize my rank instead of my PPC. Oh, my rants. What up, Kevin? Mentorship. So, Joey, with the mentorship, you have access to over 100 plus step-by-step video guides, multiple PDFs, links, and resources to help guide you along your journey. You have direct access to me, access to the Facebook group where you have access to over 300 plus students all on the same journey as you. You have access to weekly group coaching calls, and all those calls are recorded and posted into the curriculum. So if you miss them, or they're great study guides as well. You have access to the most in-depth guide on Amazon PPC ads out there, and I have not had a student who says otherwise. You have access to the freight forwarder that I created, where on average students save 30 to 50% on shipping. So let's say that you have a $1,000 shipment, 30 to 50%, $300 to $500. $10,000 shipment, do the math, $3,000 to $5,000 potentially saved, literally pays for the program in itself as you scale and order more shipments. You also have access to product selection, which is an additional charge where I'll select your first product for you, and discounts to the listing creation service where my team who creates my listings will create your listing. How much is it? 2K? 1.5 months, approved account. I might not be the smartest, but I am the most persistent. God bless you, Bobby. You don't need to be the smartest. Guess what? I wasn't the smartest. I'm still not the smartest. Meanwhile, if you're the most persistent to get the information, to take action on the information, you're going to win. You know, it might not be right away. It might take some time. There might be obstacles. There's going to be, it's going to be a path, but you will win eventually, God willing. No reason whatsoever. I'm in the UK. There's no such thing as getting Section 3 with no reason whatsoever. Something was incorrect about the account. Melina, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. My previous product got 14 reviews. Now still pushing. Now still pushing when it get back in stock. Nice. If I was to invest 20K, how much sales would that be? It depends on the price of your product. It depends on your conversion. There's so many factors in this. So yeah. I just don't even have time for that today. Yes. But yeah, it's not like this plug and play formula. Oh, if I invest 20K on my very first order, then how much am I going to make? If you had sales history, okay, my profit margin is this, my conversion rate is this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, then yes, on a second or third order, you can plug in, okay, if I invest 20K, my ROI will be this, and I'm going to make this much on the other end. But you don't know any of those metrics because you don't have any sales history. I don't know any of your sales history because you don't have any sales. So any single person, they can give you ballparks. Okay, generally, if your ROI is this much, then you're going to make this much. But that doesn't mean, that's not a certain fact. So anybody who makes a certain fact saying, oh, bro, if you invest 5K, you're going to make 20K in X amount of time, that is false. Where are you from? Born and raised Southern California. Family is Egyptian. How do you feel about a product that no one sells and there's no data to back it? Not good, because if nobody sells it, then nobody buys it. If nobody buys it, why are they going to buy yours? Amazon is a search-based platform. So if I'm searching for water bottle, or a customer is searching for water bottle, that is what they are looking for. That is what they are likely going to buy. If nobody is searching for a product and a product doesn't have any data or anything like that, then nobody is searching for it. Hence, nobody is buying it. Hence, no sales. Your surname is Albanian. Nice. Yeah, 100% Egyptian. Both parents. ROI means what? Return on investment. I invest $1,000. I have 100% ROI, meaning I get 100% return on the original investment that I make, which would be $1,000. How do you get from unbranded to branded? You either create the listing right off the bat with your brand name, and you would need brand registry to do this, or a GTIN exemption, or you ask Amazon to change from generic to brand name. They're going to tell you it's against terms of service. It's not against terms of service, or against their brand name policy, excuse me. It's not. Infinity means, what do you mean infinity? Did I say infinity? I don't think I did. But let's go. Designer to make infographics and photos. AMZ Masterclass Optimized.com. The best graphic designers out there. If you guys want exactly who creates my Amazon listings, my images, my infographics, my A+ content, that is who to go to. Alternative would be just any other freelancer on Fiverr. How do you send your product to an inspection before sending it to Amazon? Once you place an order on Alibaba, there's under the other services tab, inspections. You would just hire an inspection company. How do you send your, answer that. If you select a product for one of your clients and it doesn't perform well, then it doesn't perform well because, there's no guarantees in any business. I would help that student out and everything, but yeah, I don't make any guarantees on anything. The guarantee that I make in the program is that you will learn every single strategy that I have used to create successful Amazon businesses from start to finish. But yeah, I would help out a student if anything ever happened like that. Hey Luke, I'm going to be joining the mentorship soon. Let's go. And by help out, I mean like give them another product. Going to be joining the mentorship soon. Let's go for Chan. Looking forward to it, my guy. I need to do online arbitrage. I want to sell US. How can I find suppliers? I don't do arbitrage, bro. Why would you pay for inspection? And do you think they generally cost $180? You pay for an inspection to make sure that there's no faults in the product or in the bulk order for production to avoid getting negative reviews. Bro, go celebrate New Year's. Well, number one, I live in Cali, so it's only 6:40 p.m. Number two, I don't celebrate New Year's. It's a very weird holiday if you ask me. Yeah, my plans for the day. My lady actually just moved into my place, and so we're just going to be chilling. Respect to anybody who celebrates New Year's, but it's really the weirdest holiday to me. We're celebrating the day changing on the calendar. So I don't celebrate when it becomes February after January or March after February or April after March. So I'm not going to celebrate when it goes from December to January. Number one. Also, number two, what a weird way to start the year. Most people drink on New Year's, and I don't like to feel not good the next day, especially if we're putting so much emphasis on the new year. Well, then I want to feel good for the new year. So yeah. Usually my New Year's plans are working on my taxes. Or bright and early, hit the gym, work on my taxes. Already steps ahead of 90% of the world who went and celebrated New Year's and is feeling not great that day. If you guys put emphasis on the new year, set the tone for the new year right. How much is the mentorship after tax and stuff? It takes a week to move money. $2K without product selection, but it's actually going to be going up this year. Not this year, next year, 2025. Almost every single one of my students who has joined and talked about the price of my program says that I completely undervalue the program for what I give. So I'm going to be increasing the program price to $3K next year, $2K for product selection. Total price of the mentorship will be $5K. So if you wanted to, I guess actually there's probably not even enough time to get in before the January 1st, but yeah, 2025. Maybe I'll wait a week before increasing it. But if you guys want to save $1K for the exact same thing that you're going to be getting, then lock in soon. But is it $2K for your mentorship? It is. But like I said, I will be increasing it. How many campaigns should I run? I start with 3 to 5 at the start. One broad, one phrase, one exact, but usually also one auto and then some kind of product targeting campaign. But broad, phrase, exact, you definitely would want to run. Excuse me. Let's go. But Happy New Year's to everybody, all my East Coast people. I know it's, oh, nope, it's only 9:42. Never mind. Thank you, puppy. Of course, puppy. My bank's high yield savings takes like a week and a half to take money. Oops, no worries, no worries. We choose a product that already exists. Is it necessary to modify it and make it better to sell? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You always want to differentiate a product and stand out from the competition. Otherwise, you're clicking copy and paste on what somebody else is doing. If you do that as a customer, why would I buy your product that is the same as everybody else's, has less reviews, and is likely going to be a higher price because you're not ordering thousands of units a month like your competitors or hundreds of units a month? So that being said, you want to stand out and differentiate. Haven't seen your lives in quite a bit. Hope your New Year's was good. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Hope everybody's having a great New Year's. I want to invest in the right program. Can you coach someone to 10K a month as a side hustle? Every single one of actually 90% of my students who have ever achieved 10K plus a month started it as a side hustle, including myself when I first started selling on Amazon. By the time I hit 10K in sales on Amazon, which was month one into me selling, January 1st, 2019, I was doing 10K plus a month and I had a full-time job. And I did have a full-time job 11 plus months after that. Cecilia, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody in the live vibing, asking questions. Any questions that y'all have about selling on Amazon, drop them down below. I do these lives for y'all. I surely don't do them to hear myself talk. So make sure you drop your questions below. If we don't have questions, then I assume everybody's good. But is that 10K profit or 10K in sales? Well, number one, if you got to 10K in profit, then you likely wouldn't need to, it wouldn't be a side hustle anymore. I'm talking about 10K in sales, but I also have students who do 10K in profit. Both 10K profit, 10K. Do hate to ask you, but you remember the thing you told me in DMs long ago? I do not, but you could always refresh my memory in DMs again if it's something private. I want to learn. You are in the right place. Any questions that y'all have about selling on Amazon, drop them down below. I do these lives very often. Also, I'm live on YT YouTube, and all the YouTube lives are recorded. You guys can go back and rewatch all of them. And I have 1,000 plus videos on TikTok, IG, YT Shorts on how to sell on Amazon. Right now, working on building so I can get out there. I'm going to join soon. Let's go, bro. Looking forward to it. I want to learn. Nice. If you change your product, do your trademark it, or this isn't necessary for existing products. You don't trademark products, you trademark a brand name or a logo. How do I start? Step 1, create an Amazon seller account. Step 2, find a potential product to sell. Working on building so I can pay you for your knowledge and experience. God bless, Brandon. Looking forward to having you in the program. Do you earn 7 figures now? I do. I'll just DM you. Sounds good. Sounds good, my guy. Let's go, everybody. Any questions that you have? Again, if we don't have any questions, I'm assuming everybody is good. And I will leave you all to have a very, very, very blessed New Year's. For your first product, was your biggest fear outside of losing money? My biggest fear wasn't even losing money, dog. I just, I wish people could like grasp the feeling when I say that. I did not fear losing money. I was at rock bottom again. And also, who fears, like, is it a possibility that I could have lost money? Yes. Was I acknowledging that and being like, oh my gosh, I'm going into this game to lose? No. When you start a football season, or when you start a match or a baseball season, you don't start the season thinking, oh man, we might not win a game. No, you go out there and you just go and focus on winning. And so when I first started, I was at rock bottom when I started selling on Amazon, sleeping on my best friend's couch. I was broke, making $12 an hour. I was getting driven to work by my best friend. what did I have to fear about losing money? That I was going to go to sleep on somebody else's couch? No, I only focused on winning. Like it was all positive vibes. And it wasn't like, oh, it wasn't like this magic, oh, vibes. You know what I mean? No, no, no. It was good vibes in the sense of like, yo, you're going to create. I had my mentors, my cousins, and they were like, you're going to create a great product. You're differentiating the product great. You're creating a great listing. You know, it was just, oh man. Something tells me that that guy makes no money. Um, but anyways, it was just like you're doing all the steps that you need to. If you're doing all the right steps, why are you thinking about all that can go wrong? Okay, I'm going like what's an example? Like for like building a Lego, silly example. It's like, okay, I'm doing everything that the instructions tell me. You're not sitting there building with the instructions thinking, "Oh my gosh, it might not turn out right. This is going to look so bad. I'm not good at building." No, 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 you just do it. You just do it and you're like, "Man, I can't wait to see what comes out on the other end." So I didn't fear anything when I first started my journey, like genuinely. I told the one thing, like the one note was me telling my cousin, I hope I sell these 300 units in just 6 months. 6 months. That's less than 2 units a day. That was what I would have been happy with. I was almost happy. I would have been happy with the bare minimum because I was happy to be in the game. I was happy to start all these. That's what actually kind of drives me crazy nowadays is like, yes, Amazon is much more popular, especially because people like me who teach Amazon in 2024. But the amount of people who just have the full 180 polar opposite mindset that me and my cousins had when I started my journey and what I heard about when they started their journey and witnessed, because I was their very first employee for their Amazon business. They didn't launch a new product thinking, man, we might lose this investment. It's going to be really bad. They were always amped up. They were always so excited. They were always so happy. And it was always such good energy going out when they put out products, and they worked hard. It wasn't like, oh, good energy, we're going to do good. No, 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 they worked, they hustled. I worked, I hustled, I pushed for reviews. I mastered PPC, but I never thought of, I'm going to lose all this money. I'm going to not do good. It's all good vibes. It's like mechanics are cooking. You follow their directions, and then sometimes you have to tweak it. That's a great way to look at it as well. I don't start baking a cake and be like, it's gonna taste so bad, it's the worst. No, you just follow the instructions. Maybe you gotta tweak something here or there. You run out of sugar, you gotta call the audible. You gotta use some honey or something. I don't know, but you don't go into the baking process thinking that you're gonna mess it up. Then why bake? Why do it? Easiest way to get ungated for groceries. I don't do private label or arbitrage, but you need an invoice from an official wholesaler or distributor of at least 10 units. Remy, thank you for sharing the live and for the follow. Also, do we use the personal inspection company you personally use? Yes, you have access to that as well. How much to start? At least 3K USD. After doing brand registry, the product, they all have to be in the same category. No, they do not. That's already that's the mindset of already losing 110%. That's a great way to look at it. Thank you, of course. I'm gonna go have a great New Year's with your family, Luke. God bless. God bless, brother. Yes, this is great. I really can't wait to get out. Let's go. Casey, thank you so much for the follow. Dang, this guy's really determined to be leaving these comments in the live. Da, 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 da. How can I get in touch with you directly? I'm interested to start. Only people who are in my mentorship program have direct access to me to reach out to me with questions and stuff like that. So if you guys were interested, you can check out the AMZ Masterclass mentorship program in the TikTok bio. You're welcome, dear. You motivated me more than I am. God bless, Remy. I love that. Can you explain the shipping part? I send my products directly to Amazon's fulfillment centers, but and they store all of it. Every time I get an order, they pick, pack, and ship it directly to the customer. Joseph, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Thank you for answering all the questions. Of course, that is one thing any of y'all who are new here will learn is I don't gatekeep any information. I answer every single question that pops into the live. And yeah, not even my videos gatekeeping any information. I do this for the reason that if I didn't have anybody who taught me to get to this point, I wouldn't be at this point. What's good, bro? Getting in that last live before the new year. Yes, sir. Chris in the YT live. What up, boy? One of the mentorship students, my guy. You send from where you order them? Yes. My product goes directly from my manufacturer to Amazon's fulfillment center, from Amazon's fulfillment center to the customer. I do private label, Kevin. Adolf, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Yo, Luke, I'm planning to get in your program. Signed up for your Jan 2nd program. Let's go, Muck. Yes, we have a free webinar on January 2nd. Anybody who's interested in selling on Amazon, check out my last Tiki-Taka video for that. It's already New Year for me in Australia. Yes, shout out to anybody who's not in the US. It's probably New Year's for you. Do you send your manufacturer the labels to send to the Amazon warehouse, or is it another process? Correct. I send my manufacturer the shipping labels, they put it on the boxes, and then they send it over to Amazon. Good attitude that you appreciate your cousins who helped you and you're so willing to help others. Bobby, I'm telling you, I mean, to this day, I talk to them. Like literally my third to last text message thread is one of two of those cousins. Talk to them every week, one of them almost every day. It's like my brother. Without them, I would not be in the position that I am today. And so it's kind of like how I always saw it is they had the keys to the castle and they could have been selfish and not shared it with me, but they were. So how selfish would it be of me if I also have the keys to the castle and I don't at least go and share the information and knowledge that I have with other people who are interested in it? Whether you do or don't sell on Amazon makes zero difference to my life. But for those who are interested in it, at least have somebody trustworthy who wants to give good analytical information out there, just like my cousins were to me. I want to be a mega entrepreneur, but I lost a lot in drop shipping. Well, I got good news for you, brother. Most mega entrepreneurs, whatever that means, successful entrepreneurs lost a lot in a lot of different businesses. I lost money on selling products on Amazon. I would consider myself a mega Amazon seller. Looking to make 2025 the best year working with you, boss. Let's go, brother. Looking forward to it. Choose your product and flops. How would you advise someone to rebrand? Oh, if your product flops, how would you advise someone to rebrand and choose a product? Just based on the product criteria. I mean, you're going to learn from your mistakes. Did you differentiate that product wrong? Did you not add any value? Did you not calculate your FBA fees? Like there was something wrong in the process, and you will learn from that once the product doesn't work out, and you take those lessons onto your second product. How many units should I start with? At least 100. I personally start with 100 to 300 units. W, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Attending webinar on my 12-hour shift in the hospital on break. That's a hustle. God bless you. For real. And take notes, everyone. If you're showing up to the webinar, you better set a reminder on your phone. Their spots are limited, so don't waste somebody else's spot if you're not going to be there. And take notes because you're going to want to. It's going to be all value. I almost said it backwards. All value, no fluff. Luke, I can even get your program right now. What's the next steps for me? Mug, go through if you go through the type form on the AMZ Masterclass site, see if there's a spot available to hop on a call with the team right now. I actually think that Adam might have his calendar open right now. He's a hustler, so he might. I would check. See if you can get on a call with them. If not, probably tomorrow. Can you do payment plans of than 10 less than 10 a month until I make sales, then I double what I owe? $10 a month? No, brother, sorry. That's less than a Netflix subscription, brother. Adolf, thank you so much for the follow. Nathan, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate both of y'all. I'm in Ireland. Which product market should I work? USA. USA. No, but really it's the largest e-commerce market on Amazon's, the US market by a long shot. So you would probably want to be in the largest market with the most amount of customers. I was looking at tomorrow going to a New Year's party. Nice, brother. Be safe. Isaiah, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you and appreciate everybody in the live. Should I get a little soundboard every time someone follow? Oh, that'd be extra. Do you have payment plans available for the mentorship? Not like 6 to 12 month payment plans, no, but we can do like a split payment for you. Why, man? Because I have 1,000+ free videos on how to sell on Amazon, brother. If you're not willing to invest more than $10 a month for my $2,000 mentorship, those free videos, I don't gatekeep any information or anything like that. To give somebody the program that my students have paid $2,000 for less than a Netflix subscription, one makes you money, or teaches you to make money, I should say, and one does not, then I am sorry that that's a thing, but I can't change my program for anybody else. What up, brother? What up, brother? Kevin wanted the mentorship. He said, "Wait, what's $10 a month?" He wanted the mentorship for $10 a month. Doing Uber right now and watching you. God bless Shopee. Let's go. My guy is hustling right now. Don't watch and drive. That is dangerous. But I love it. You got to hustle. You got to get it in when you can. I mean, even to this day, when I'm driving, I'm on Audible or listening to an educational podcast. When I'm at the gym, I'm on Audible or listening to an educational podcast. Sometimes music if the vibes are right. I'm just getting it in when I can. Even if I can pick up on little gems here and there, that's all you need. You just need to pick up on a bunch of little gems and you're going to have a treasure chest, son. How to deal with low stock because it takes a lot of time to get a new shipment. It's just one of the things that you have to learn to manage. Like, you're going to figure out how to forecast your inventory so you don't have enough, or so you don't run out of stock. But in the early stages, it's just something that happens. Unless you have the capital to inject more into the business, which if you're bootstrapping like I did, then no. Do you listen to Luke Baja at the gym? I do. I listen to myself all the time. Alex, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Can't wait to see what New Year has in store for us. God's plan. Yes, sir, Chris. God's plan, brother. God's plan indeed. I got some, God willing, exciting things happening in 2025, both for myself, for my mentorship students. So what would I do, bro? Same thing that everybody else does, brother. You go and seek the information that is out there. It is 2025. Like I said, I have videos that do not gatekeep any information. I've had people who have learned how to sell on Amazon just from those videos. The mentorship is for people who wanted a more in-depth guide, who wanted me as a mentor, who wanted to take that to a next level. But again, it doesn't mean that you can't learn it without it. Oh, bro, that's I mean, I can go on a whole rant about this, but if I just don't want to seem insensitive if I go on a rant. I need hand-holding mentorship when I join. Nice. I mean, it's not like a done for you or anything, but like just the way that the program is set up, you'll see it essentially is holding your hand through the process. Christmas Day today and tomorrow. What about those days? Yeah, I'll talk with you or your boy when I sign up for a call. I need help scaling my business. I got you. I don't know. Something tells me, I don't know if this is just a troll or what, but Brother, Adolf, you should go read the book Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. It is a very good book, and everybody thinks that they're at rock bottom. Most people are never really at rock bottom. Grant Cardone was addicted to substances. I'm not going to say which ones because it's against Amazon or against TikTok TOS. He was 40 years old. He had gotten beat within an inch of his life. His mom disowned him, told him not to come around, and he was in a position where it's like, oh, what are you gonna do? What's anyone gonna do at that point? His girlfriend left him to go with the guy who was giving him the substances, and this is all at 40 years old. Grant Cardone currently owns $4+ billion in real estate right now. So your circumstances never dictate you, brother, but what you do and how you handle those circumstances dictate everything. Even at some point on my Amazon journey, I was making $10,000+ a month, and then all of a sudden, Amazon decides to take away one of my accounts because I was doing some gray area things. Do I say my life is over? No. You learn to overcome. There's people who have a lot more, and it's not about, I'm not trying to compare anyone's situation, because the worst thing that you've ever gone through is still the worst thing that you've ever gone through, regardless of anyone else's situation. But my guy, I mean, I've been around the world. I've seen the way that people live. If you have a phone that you are currently watching this live on with internet connection, brother, you are in a better position than 90% of the world. Literally, and it's not like a inflated statistic. 90% of the world. What is it? Like 50+% of the world doesn't even have clean drinking water. So you just got to put things into perspective, my guy. And this isn't me trying to downplay your situation. Like I said, the worst thing that's ever happened to you is still the worst thing that's ever happened to you. But nobody's hiring, brother. Oh man, that's a whole other topic. Nobody's hiring, bro. My grandfather came to this country, didn't know English. There's a little story. He went to McDonald's, was trying to order French fries. He goes to the window. He's like, I want potato, 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 potato. Doesn't know any English. This is back in like the 80s. And this is in the 80s. So think of inflation, how much this money is worth now. My grandpa at one point or another was making $40,000 a month, coming into a country where, and this is in a time where, I mean, I don't think America's really been the fondest of Middle Easterns ever, but you know what I mean? He's not an American. He's looked at as a foreigner, all these different things. Brother, your circumstance does not dictate you. What you do with your circumstance is everything. I was in Indonesia talking to these guys. They lived on the beach, and they would go from one island to the other every time they got a certain amount of money to start, or not to start. Sorry, I was reading a comment on YT. I'll get to that in a second, brother. Every time they had enough money that they would save from their job. This guy is showing me videos of them carrying these big old blocks on their back of these big wood trunks with thorns and everything. Brother, I promise you, the fact that you're not getting a job in a competitive job market is not the end of the road. There's a series on, bro. There's a series. It's really how bad people want it, and this is where it might sound a little insensitive or whatever. If you're sitting there and you're like, nobody's hiring, and you've gone 7 days, I should actually make a YT video on this. I think I'm going to. I'll put my money where my mouth is. But if you go 7 days and are unable to make a single dollar, you are not trying, especially nowadays. There's a series by a YouTuber, Ryan Trahan, where he turns 1 penny into, he has multiple series, like get around Europe with 1 penny, and he takes 1 penny and he flips it into one thing, into another thing, into another thing, and at some point he gets plane tickets to go to other countries or train tickets to go to other countries and all this stuff. If somebody can turn a penny into a plane ticket and you can't figure out and this is in a 7-day series, by the way, that he records, and you can't figure out how to make money with your phone and your internet and all these things, you're just not trying. And again, that's where it sounds insensitive. But I will do a series where I won't use any of my cards. I'll start with an X amount. I think a penny will be a little hard. Actually, I think to make a point, start with $0. Literally start with $0 and see what I can do in 1 week. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to go start an Amazon business in 1 week with $0, but just to prove a point that you just got to hustle. Love immigrants. They come here, don't know the language, don't know the money system, and win. 110%. 110%. First world privilege for sure. Yes. That's why that's why I actually like, coming from an immigrant family and all this stuff. That's why when immigrants see like how people act in this country and what's going on in this country, they're like, guys, we're going down a dangerous path right now, or you guys are being really lazy right now, because they know what hard is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Shelby, thank you so much for the follow. What's his YouTube? At Luke Basha. Real talk, bro. Yes, sir. Luke Basha working at McDonald's stream. Bro, not even working at McDonald's. I mean, bro, I went to high school. I don't have a college degree. Something tells me that, and I get that Australia might be a different market. Like if he's not in Melbourne or Sydney, then you're not in the high population areas. And the population of Australia is like, I'm pretty sure the population of California. So, different geographical locations are going to affect this and stuff. But yeah, I think that even without a college education, I could walk into not most places. I could walk into your average place and get a job and at least start making some money. Chris in the YT said, I have to verify a puzzle. The mentorship has already paid for itself. I have already tripled my investment in sales this month alone. Scared money don't make money. Let's go, Chris. And for anyone on TikTok who's like, he's not really reading that, go to YT. That comment is still there. I'm live on YT right now. Tabby, thank you so much for the follow. How can I start? Abdullah, step 1, create an Amazon seller account. Step 2, get a product research software and find a product to sell. What method do you use to drive sales to your Amazon business? Amazon PPC ads. Would you consider a product that is too crowded? How many sellers? I go based on average reviews. 1,000 plus average reviews, too much. Why is Q4 a bad time to ungate? I don't do ungating. I sell private label. Okay, gotta go, Luke. Appreciate you. Looking forward to actually talking to you soon. God bless, Muck, and looking forward to it, brother. On that note, everybody, if you guys like the lives, if you guys like the videos, and you want to have a more in-depth guide on my exact tips, strategies on how I achieve numbers like this when selling on Amazon, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship Program in the TikTok bio. It's free to apply. You can speak to the team, see if you are a right fit for the program. Happy New Year, everybody. Although I don't believe in New Year, New Me, or whatever, let's make 2025 a good one. And the only person who is going to do that for each and every individual one of you is you. You and only you. I want to wish you Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year. Last live of 2024, everybody. Glad I stumbled on your content this year. I am very happy you did too. God bless all of you. Marissa, thank you so much for the follow. Again, as always, I do this for y'all. I do not do this to listen to myself talk all day or yap all day or during the lives or making the videos. I do this for y'all to try to be the same kind of teacher that my cousins were for you, or were for me, for you. Cool. Thank you so much for the follow. This is Private Label J. God bless you all. Happy New Year, and I will see y'all in 2025. YouTube, I love you. You guys are amazing. You guys are my favorite crowd. Don't tell TikTok I said that. God bless you. Happy New Year, and I will also see you in 2025.